coming towards Hazmat.
iLLeY, they're under you and Denny. He gets the time to get away with his life. He just gets out. I thought Alex was going to get the kill, but iLLeY gets away.
You have to trade that. Still have to get the bomb down with 30 seconds left. This is such a tough position. Has the nade. He's able to find Alex. 10 seconds. It takes 5 to plant. Someone has to hop right on top of it.
Not going to be able to get the plant. Assault will drop, and Empire get the 5th round.
Now that the dust has settled on Season 1, there's one thing I can't get out of my head. Under our very noses, 4 very granular moments took place that decided what our league looks like today. They happened in a split second, and had they gone the other way, the league as we know it would look very different. We've seen half the battle, but the other half, the half that never happened, keeps replaying in my head. So we're going to build a simulation of that other half and explore what would happen if those things we now know as history tipped in the other direction.
Can they clutch up and go big? Do not go anywhere.
This is half the battle. Let's dive in. In this episode, we're focused on the Los Angeles home series, specifically the final between the Minnesota Røkkr and the Dallas Empire. And we're going to be focused on map number 2, when it was tied up 4-4. Before this final, Minnesota was one of the surprise teams of the year.
Minnesota once again fighting from a tough spot.
On the other hand, the Dallas Empire, they were a mess. There were 11-15 in map count throughout the first 3 events. And it was a disappointing year for the team. When this final ended, those stories would head in opposite trajectories. Dallas, a future champion, Rokkr, a massive letdown. But it was one decision that took place on map 2 that could have Rokkr win it all. Let's first take a look at the half you saw. So let's get into this. Let me fast forward here to round 9 and search and destroy on St. Petrograd. We are tied 4-4 heading into it. Rokkr on offense, the Dallas Empire on defense. So I'm going to pause it right here. You're going to see early on, well, it's 3 players from Dallas Empire into the A site. Minnesota, they're looking to take mid-map control. All right, so we're looking at GodRX's point of view here. He's worried about the flank. He throws a flash out. But I want to pause it right here with 110 left in this round. This gives a great look through the X-ray with the Dallas Empire's defensive setup. You have Huke over there in the archway. You see iLLeY, who is prone right under that bookshelf, but it's Clayster. Now, I want you to pay attention to Clayster's position inside a top hazmat. He's going to be the downfall of the Minnesota Røkkr.
Clay again just lurking around mid-map. iLLeY, they're under you and Denny. He gets the time to get away with his life.
They don't
he just
re-challenge
gets out.
that.
I thought Alex was going to get the kill.
You have to trade
but iLLeY
that.
gets away.
You think this would be a common spot to check, but I'm going to pause it right here. iLLeY gets a first blood, but there is no trade. And this takes a lot of time off the clock. This should have been a trade immediately. I believe it's Alex who's right there. Well, iLLeY, he's going to play his life for as long as possible, but he knows sooner or later they're going to hunt him down. And like I talked about, it's all about Clayster. So I'm going to pause here with 30 seconds left. You just saw GodRX run right by him. Nobody cleared out this B room. And now the focus has to be the bomb. Clayster still inside a hazmat, playing his life with Huke right next to him. Nice shots out of Clay. That was GodRX with a pistol. And he hangs on to his utility. He gets the second kill. It was a man advantage thrown away by the Minnesota Røkkr. And it's all because they didn't clear out hazmat. And as the round developed, the Dallas Empire clutched on up with huge plays out of Clayster and patience that every Call of Duty player should learn from. That's the half you saw. Let's take a look at the half you didn't see. We're going to get right into round number 9 with 57 seconds left on the clock and Rokkr starting their push towards this B site. This is where iLLeY gets the first blood. Alex, right after his team goes down, should have traded that kill. And those 15 seconds where iLLeY wastes would have come in handy for the Minnesota Røkkr towards the back half of the round. as this round moves forward, if GodRx goes inside of Hazmat, Clayster probably would have taken that shot. He would have had a free kill. Yes, that's bad if GodRx goes down, but Cellium would probably go towards Clayster and Huke, and there's a good chance that he would have that trade on the Clayster. Maybe Huke trades him out, but that quickly gives a response from Alex in Assault for a trade on the Huke. The bomb would be planted, and they would be able to clutch this round out. All right, so you saw what happened that day, and you saw what could have happened. Let's imagine now what the league would look like if our simulation was a reality. If the Røkkr win, they live up to the hype that they had been carrying up to this point. The following week at the Dallas home series, they lost to Florida in the finals. And it begs the question, does Rokkr win that series if they had beaten Empire the week before? Taking back-to-back home series victories would have certainly made this team a top 3 contender, instead of a team that barely snuck into the winners bracket at Champs. Now let's imagine what the league looks like if Empire lost this. Does this kill the confidence of the Dallas Empire, who have been struggling on LAN up until this point? If the Dallas Empire don't win on LAN, do they keep 4 players heading into the next year? The outcome of this match came down to the patience of Clayster and the craftiness of iLLeY. In the end, Dallas would go on to win Champs, while Rokkr would get bounced after 2 losses. A little patience out of Minnesota that day in Los Angeles could leave us with an entirely different looking league.